Hi, my name is Prithvi and I will be talking about learning to balance specificity and invariance for in and out of domain generalization. This is joint work with Yogesh and Judy. In the setting that we operate, domain generalization for classification involves training a classifier that incorporates knowledge from multiple source domains so as to generalize well to an unseen target domain. It is critical here that the target domain is unknown during training since we are trying to improve the multi-source training portion of the pipeline. Over the past few years, a few different approaches have been proposed for domain generalization. I'm going to highlight three of them, which are relevant for our motivation and are indicative of the style of approaches adopted in prior work. In this work, Multitask Autoencoder, the authors seek to learn a domain invariant latent representation, which you can map any domain into and from which you can reconstruct any domain. What this means is that the encoder and the decoder should take care of the stylistic and domain-specific characteristics, and only the semantic information relevant for prediction should be encoded in the latent representation. Another style of approach uses meta-learning. In this technique called MetaReg, the authors seek to learn regularizers for domain-specific classifiers that help them generalize across all possible intra-source shifts. Specifically, the architecture involves a source-dependent task head for each of the source domains, and meta-learning optimization is performed over a mimicked outer distribution scenario in context of the task networks. This works decently well in mimicking the sort of test time situation we're trying to mitigate. More formally, the concept of invariance has also been studied under the recently proposed invariant risk minimization framework. The overarching idea in IRM is to learn predictors across multiple sources of data that rely on characteristics invariant or shared across all the source domains and ignore the ones which are spurious. A common thread across all of these approaches is to prioritize invariance. This invariance is enforced explicitly or implicitly in either the learned representations of the input or in portions of the associated model used to make predictions. So what can prioritizing invariance lead to? Consider the original situation where we have art, painting, cartoon, and photo as the source domains and sketch as the target domain. From a more practical standpoint, as the number of training time data sources increase, it becomes ever more likely that a sample encountered at test time is either very similar to a subset of the source domains or it belongs to one. Therefore, relying only on invariance might unintentionally hurt performance in situations where the sample at test time either belongs to one of the source domains or is very similar to a subset of the source domains. Leveraging characteristics specific to individual source domains might help in making a better prediction for such instances. To this end, we propose DMG, domain-specific masks for generalization, an approach to balance specificity and invariance. Say we have these source domains, art, painting, cartoon, and photo. We're going to learn a feature extractor. In this case, the feature extractor is shared across all the source domains. At the same time, we include a domain-specific mask predictor. The mask predictor takes as input the domain ID and predicts a binary mask for neurons in the task network. This binary mask is then combined with the intermediate features of the task network, which is then used to make a prediction. Now, to encourage domain specificity, or features that are specific to a subset of domains, we include a soft IOU loss in addition to the standard classification loss, optimizing for predictive performance and domain specificity. And everything is optimized end-to-end using gradient descent. Let's take a look at how the domain-specific masks work. At an intermediate layer where masks are to be applied, before training, we initialize mask parameters specific to individual domains, which are then passed through a sigmoid operation to obtain an on-off mask distribution per neuron. During a forward pass in training, binary masks are then sampled from this soft mask distribution. When we have access to a binary mask, we combine it with the neurons or activations in a standard on-off fashion. The binary mask allows us to decide which neurons to turn completely on or completely off. This is only done during training time. At test time, we use a soft combination metric, which we will describe later. In order to understand how we encourage specificity, we have to take a look at our soft IAU loss. Consider two masks, corresponding to the cartoon and the photo domain. The idea behind a soft IU term is to ensure that the obtained masks per domain overlap minimally. What we do is very similar to how performance is computed using the IU metric in detection or segmentation, except for the fact that we operate on masks over neurons. To do this, we approximate intersection and union as shown for every pair of source domain soft masks to keep the soft IU loss differentiable during training. The soft IU loss provides us a normalized measure of how often a pair of domains, cartoon and photo in this case, are selecting the same set of neurons. Since we are minimizing this, we are encouraging some amount of domain specificity. At test time, rather than using binary masks corresponding to a specific domain, we use the soft mask values per domain to make a prediction and subsequently average them. The use of a soft mask value is akin to the strategy adopted in Dropout, which ensures predictions are made under the expected distribution of masks. This allows us to get a sense of which features to consider per domain and with what weight to consider them. Now on to some experiments. One of the datasets we conduct experiments on is the recently proposed DomainNet benchmark, which consists of 6 domains, 345 classes per domain, and roughly 0.6 million images. For our experiments, we conduct a round-robin scheme, that is, we train on 5 domains and test on the 6th domain and loop over the target domain in this fashion. We report both in and out of domain performance. Let's start by evaluating out of domain generalization. We have 3 architectures, AlexNet, ResNet 18, and ResNet 50. As stated before, we are going to evaluate in a round-robin fashion. We train on 5 domains and evaluate on the 6th domain as target, which is identified by the column headers. As a baseline, aggregate corresponds to a model trained jointly by pooling data from all the source domains. Aggregate results in performance as shown here, which varies based on the backbone CNN used. We also compare with a multi-headed baseline, which corresponds to including a separate classifier head for each of the source domains. We observe that this performs slightly better and slightly worse in certain circumstances. MetaReg, as introduced earlier, is a competing approach which uses meta-learning optimization by mimicking domain shifts within the source domains. We observe that MetaReg improves over the baselines in certain shifts. It especially improves in the infograph and sketch regimes. Our approach, DMG, improves substantially for some of the shifts, for instance clipart and quickdraw, and either improves or is competitive with other approaches in terms of overall performance. Now, while domain generalization aims to improve performance on unseen domains, it is also desirable to have a model that does not lose out on performance on source data we have labels for. Rather than having a specific model for every source domain and a generalizable one for the target domain, it will be nice to have a single model that does well on both. Therefore, we also evaluate on all the source domain test splits and present average in-domain performance. We see that the aggregate model has performance as shown. We observe that the multi-headed approach in many cases performs worse compared to the aggregate method. Compared to the baselines, we find that MetaReg, a prior domain generalization approach, either improves or performs competitively with the baselines, which is encouraging. We see that our approach with a soft averaging scheme either improves or performs on par with the rest of the approaches. What this indicates is that we haven't necessarily lost any in-domain performance, which is good. Note that we have access to domain-specific masks. If we knew the domain corresponding to the instance at test time, all we have to do to make a prediction is to use the corresponding source domain mask. As we can observe, having knowledge of the source domain significantly improves in-domain performance. A key hyperparameter in our approach is the coefficient of the soft overlap loss. To assess robustness to the choice of lambda O, we conduct experiments by varying the coefficient over a logarithmic range. We observe that as lambda O increases, in and out of domain performances vary minimally, but specificity increases, as indicated by the sharp drop in overlap among pairs of source domain masks. To summarize, we propose an approach to balance specificity and invariance while training on multi-source data. We find that our proposed approach, DMG, is competitive with prior work in baselines in terms of both in and out of domain performance, and further show that generalization performance is robust to the choice of introduced hyperparameters.